marks and explosive damage from several detonations that had occurred in the modified timeline were absent from these plants, despite having affected other local flora. Once this quality had been verified and confirmed to...
I'm excited to announce a new way for you to justice for George Floyd. And with that, happy Pride Month, everyone. I'm excited to announce a new way for you to support the SCP Archives. We've partnered with ACAST to allow fans to make a one-time donation of any amount. And when you donate, you can also leave us a message, and we'll read it on air for you. So whether you're giving a friend a happy birthday shout-out, or just want to say hi, you can find a link to donate in our show notes right now. Hey everyone, it's Pacific. A few quick notes, and then this week's episode. First, we revamped some of our Patreon. Nothing big, but we are now doing monthly behind-the-scenes videos, the first of which is coming later this week. We're also doing other things like ad-free episodes, a bunch of cool merch, t-shirts, posters, mugs, and more. And you can even hear your name at the beginning of an episode, like these wonderful patrons. First up, Tom Sayer, Melissa Brown, DJ Dare, Ian Hagen, Samuel Brewis, Colby Heim, Stunk Beagle 666, Cass, Matt O'Halloran, Cole the Shark. Coincidentally enough, my cat is Cole the Cat. Christine Marland, Craig Hewitt, Daniel Kane, and Mask in the Rain. Thanks, guys. Your support means the world, and it'll keep our show running. And without further ado, this week's episode.
Warning. Foundation database is classified. Unauthorized access will result in detainment. Within this archive, you'll find the procedures, descriptions, and accounts of the most notorious anomalies we've encountered to date. Secure, contain, protect.
Item number, SCP-4885. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Currently, it is only theorized that SCP-4885 is contained. To further elaborate, SCP-4885 is contained within an unknown Class 17 containment chamber in an unknown site. In the event that SCP-4885 breaches containment, Procedure Invenientium Eum is to be enacted, which consists of the following procedures. 36 Class 17 containment chambers are to be connected to an independent, self-driving vehicle. At all times, 216 inactive containment chambers are to be readily available in the case of sudden and unforeseen breach of SCP-4885's containment. One D-Class subject of stable mental health is to be submitted into the vehicle and driven into the system. A cryptographically secure, pseudo-random number generator is to choose a random number between 1 and 36, and the vehicle is to be transported to a containment chamber based on the number chosen. Each containment chamber has a single digital monitor that is capable of outputting video at 720p resolution. Once a D-Class subject is transported to a random chamber, a message is to be sent to every monitor simultaneously. This message consists of a current location of SCP-4885, delivered via an implanted tracking device. The GPS is only accessible by Level 5 personnel or SCP-4885 containment staff on need-to-know basis. After approximately 2 hours, each containment chamber is to be transported to a randomly designated Foundation site via self-driving trucks. The trucks are to be disguised as a packaging service in order to prevent suspicion. In the event an accident occurs during this stage, Procedure Invenientium Eum is to be enacted again. No personnel who are aware of SCP-4885's existence are to go within 100 meters of any Class 17 containment chambers. Several signs and warnings have been placed around each chamber, labeling it as water treatment room, and that attempted access is punishable by immediate amnesticization and loss of employment as decided by the Ethics Committee. These warnings tell personnel to report to a nearby automated site overseer of any leaks from the chamber, in which the person will be visually amnesticized by the overseer, and procedure Enenviance Eon will be reenacted. For more information regarding the composition of Class 17 containment chambers, please consult document 7631.00. Currently, SCP-4885-1 instances that are located via FAR2.AIC are contained within Location I. The whereabouts of Location I is only known to FAR2.AIC. Currently, FAR2.AIC is connected to 80% of CCTV security cameras within the United States and 40% of total CCTV security cameras on Earth. SCP-4885-1 instances discovered by FAR2.AIC will have specialized Foundation carrier drones to be dispatched and attempt to grab the body, carry it to Location I, using routes that minimize the chance of unwanted civilian interference. In the event that a civilian notices a drone and SCP-4885 breaches containment, the drones will send an all-alert message to SCP-4885's containment team, and procedure Enenviance Eon will be enacted. In the event that Location I's whereabouts are discovered at large, the next personal location within document Paint the Town Yellow will establish the next Location I, and their immediate family will be notified of their death. Description: SCP-4885 is an anomalous humanoid resembling the main character of the popular series of puzzle books, Where's Wally?, known in the United States as Where's Waldo. This entails that SCP-4885 wears a horizontal red and white striped shirt, a red and white bobble hat, and jeans. However, a noticeable difference in the appearance from the character is the entity's paler skin and lack of eyes. In the event that subjects know of SCP-4885's current location at any given time, SCP-4885 will move to the nearest wall and begin to phase into it. SCP-4885 will appear inside of the subject and will reach up the esophagus and grab the subject's chin through their mouth. SCP-4885 will then proceed to pull themselves through the subject, destroying their internal organs and their spine. Once this has occurred, a yellow liquid will exit the corpse's mouth and will cover the subject entirely, which causes it to become an SCP-4885-1 instance. SCP-4885 will remain in its current location, occasionally patrolling the area until another person discovers its location once again. However, if SCP-4885 is close enough to the subject when they discover its location, they will instead approach the subject, attempt to climb into the subject's mouth, enter the abdomen, and exit their body through the subject's pelvis. During this time, SCP-4885 can easily dislocate or relocate any joint in its body, and its skin and muscle will gain the consistency of malleable sock, allowing it to easily climb into and out of the subject. SCP-4885-1 instances are anomalous corpses that were created by SCP-4885. The entire body of an SCP-4885-1 instance is covered in illustrations similar to those found in Wally books, with many different characters appearing on the instance's skin. These illustrations originate from a liquid that exits the corpse's mouth. Currently, no instances of the cartoon character Wally have been found on SCP-4885-1 instances. These illustrations cannot be removed from the subject unless the skin it is placed on is removed. If a subject knows the location of any given SCP-4885-1 instance, SCP-4885 will teleport itself to the subject and kill them in the exact same manner as if they discovered SCP-4885 itself. This will also transform them into an SCP-4885-1 instance. Addendum 1. SCP-4885 was discovered residing in Wisconsin, within a small wooden house. Mobile Task Force Chi-19, Unrelenting Punishment, was sent in to capture an entirely separate anomaly, and did not know of SCP-4885's existence.
Mic check.
Yep, all good.
Equipment check.
Everything's working as intended. Ditto.
Transcript number 67. We are entering the house.
No one's talking to you, Melly. Nah, stop it. Now's not the time, Kurt. Right. Sorry.
The group enters the house.
Initial descriptions of the object were a pair of black spectacles capable of killing the user and covered body in strange pictures from an unknown children's book.
It was obviously where's
Kurt?
Walt.
Stay professional.
I just want to bring some life into M1's robotic speech.
I'm trying to do my job, Kurt. Right.
The group search the ground floor for the object and begin to go upstairs. Scraping noises are heard below them, but the group does not notice this.
There's a picture on the wall.
Hmm?
Yeah, looks weird. Looks like crayon.
Take a picture.
Already on it.
Good. Think it has anything to do with the anomaly?
Of course. It looks just like Waldo.
Do any of you have an idea on where the object may be?
I think it's in here.
Which room is this?
Bathroom. There's a toilet and a shower? Yeah, at least I think it's a shower.
The room is circular, with a normal porcelain toilet at the other side of the room. There's a small depression in the floor, leading to a small drain.
Strange. What kind of shower is this?
There's a modified sprinkler on the ceiling. There's a switch on one side of the room that I assume would activate the sprinkler. Seeing as this house has been abandoned for several years, I doubt it would work.
M3 activates the switch. Water begins to come out of the sprinkler.
I stand corrected. Who is paying the water bill for this to work? Is it still hot?
M3 touches the water and immediately recoils in pain.
It's scalding.
Who is...
I have discovered the object. It was resting on the toilet.
M2 is holding a pair of black circular glasses. The lens appear to be missing.
Good. You know the drill.
M2 carefully examines the object, checking for fingerprints or any traces of evidence. A small set of fingerprints are discovered on the temples of the glasses, which are revealed to be his own.
Yep, these are the ones. Put these in a baggie real quick.
M2 produces a plastic bag from a small container around their waist, and places the glasses inside.
There's an inscription here. It's in, blue crayon?
Where?
Over here, on the wall.
The phrase is seen on the wall in crayon.
This was definitely not here when we first got here. Should we just leave it be and tell command about this, or...?
It's most likely mimetic. Here, let me translate it. Have training.
M2 takes out a small Foundation-made translator and inputs the phrase.
Well, never mind. Doesn't appear to be mimetic. It says, the basement. The corpses from the child's book are in the basement. He is there too, for... And then it cuts off.
Take a picture and we'll send it back.
M2 begins to groan and holds their stomach.
Are you okay? What happened?
A set of fingers exit M2's mouth and grab their jaw. The hands push down, launching the jaw across the room. SCP-4885 exits M2's body.
What the fuck?
Both M1 and M3 begin shouting at SCP-4885. The entity charges towards M1 and shoves their fingers down their throat and begins crawling into the mouth by unhinging their jaw. The audio is abruptly severed. When the transcript was received by a nearby site, the site almost immediately went into lockdown as SCP-4885 killed most of its personnel. The O5 Council enacted an emergency meeting, and Procedure Enendins Eon was created. Shortly after this, the procedure was enacted, and SCP-4885 was theorized to be contained. All information regarding SCP-4885's location of discovery was removed to be an automatic algorithm, and SCP-4885's file was created. Addendum 2. Note from the lead researcher, Andrew Pent.
Recently, I was alerted to the apparent danger of SCP-4885 and the corpses that it creates. Sure, we have procedure in EM, but there are presumably hundreds of SCP-4885-1 instances out there that we cannot contain at all. As even the O5 Council has stated, they do not know how to contain the corpses. Here's my proposal. I will require no D-class nor help from anyone. I will create an algorithm for drones and other machines to detect SCP-4885-1 instances, grab them, and deliver them to a specific location, which I will refer to as Location I. Location I, as far as any of you are concerned, will not exist. This Location I will be known to no one except for me, and me alone. I will establish Location I in the algorithm that I have created, and I will allow SCP-4885-1 instances to be dropped off at Location I. finds effects, you know where this is going. Once location I has been established and the algorithm is up and running, I will exile myself to a location that, as far as any of you are concerned, will not exist. I will cast myself to the forest, and I will wait for SCP-4885 to take me. Roughly 3 days after I exile myself, activate procedure Inventium AM, and do not go looking for location I. If you're reading this and you're not in O5, then everything that I just said has already happened, and this proposal was a success. No need to pray for me. Instead, pray that you never find Waldo.
SCP-4885 was written by West. Our host is John Grizz. This week, our narrator was Pacific S. Obadiah. M1 was played by Claudia Lane. M3 was played by Atticus Jackson. And Andrew Pence was played by Michael Miller. Our music is by the incredible Tom Will Parsons. And I'm your showrunner and sound designer, Pacific S. Obadiah. Our producer is Tom Owen. And this is a Bloody Disgusting show. For more information, visit bloody-disgusting.com. I'm excited to announce a new way for you to support the SCP Archives. We partner with ACAST to allow fans to make a one-time donation of any amount. And when you donate, you can also leave us a message, and we'll read it on air for you. So whether you're giving a friend a happy birthday shout-out, or just want to say hi, you can find a link to donate in our show notes right now. Hey everyone, it's Pacific. A few quick notes on this week's episode. First things first, we have a Patreon. There you can get access to ad-free and intro-free episodes, bonus episodes, a bunch of cool merch, and much, much more. I recently revamped our Patreon, so now we're going to start uploading some new content as well, like monthly behind-the-scenes live streams and videos. The first of which is going to come out probably next week. So if you're interested in catching that, hearing your name at the beginning of an episode, getting access to, like I said, ad-free and bonus episodes, or getting a bunch of cool merch like mugs, posters, stickers, t-shirts, and more, find us at patreon.com/SCP_POD. Second, over the last few months, I've been doing a bunch of community nights, some of which have been voice chats, some of which are video games. We are still doing those, and I do encourage you to join us. If you're interested, there's a link to our Discord in the description below. On that note, I do want to give a shout out to some of the people who have joined us for those very long voice calls and community nights, namely our Minecraft players, which means you, Astro Birdie, Chernobyl Scientist, Lom the Wise, Owl, and the Overlord. Thanks, guys. It's been a lot of fun playing with you, and I'm looking forward to even more community nights. And I think you'll enjoy this episode too. And last but certainly not least, this week's patrons. You guys make the show possible, and we couldn't do it without you. So, thank you. Murray Grant St. John, Jeremy Lynn Shaw, Aaron Wint, and Elsie Smith. And now, without further ado, this week's episode.
Warning. The Foundation database is classified. Unauthorized access will result in detainment. Within this archive, you'll find the procedures, descriptions, and accounts of the most notorious and known evil characters
Several rooms filled with vital materials needed to contain SCP-4335. Chests filled with books that contain SCP-4335's containment procedures. Several animal farms for the breeding and the killing of animals for their food. The entrance to a mine. Chests filled with the books that contain information to civilians in the event that SCP-4335's containment staff are compromised and they manage to join the server. SCP-4335's containment area. Currently, SCP-4335's containment area consists of 3 hollow cubes, with the outermost cube being 75 by 75 by 75 blocks, the inner cube being 55 by 55 by 55 blocks, and the innermost cube being 25 by 25 by 25 blocks. All of these cubes are being constructed on 20 blocks. The outermost cube is completely filled with water, and several dispensers capable of rapidly dispensing large amounts of items in a short amount of time line the cube. The inner cube has 4 mob farms. Each mob farm consists of 2 levels, the upper level and lower level, which are both measured as 8 by 8 by 2 each. Each mob farm is a single dummy account, 25 blocks above it to keep it operating and allowing it to function indefinitely. The upper level is a low light level to allow the spawning of monsters. There's water placed on each block at the edges of the room. A 5 by 5 hole has been created in the floor to allow water and monsters to fall into the lower level. The lower level consists of a floor constructed out of magma blocks, which damage any entity standing on it, as well as a single 1-block wide hole in the center of the room. Additionally, the floor is also covered in stone pressure plates, which when stepped on activate 4 dispensers, which are placed within the center of each wall. Each dispenser is loaded with arrows, and shoot at monsters traveling toward the center hole. This must be restocked by members of SCP-4335's containment team. During this time, most monsters drop items upon their death. These items enter the center hole, where it then enters a pipe filled with more flowing water. This pipe exits into the inner cube, where it connects to SCP-4335's containment chamber. These items will be consumed by SCP-4335. The outermost cube consists of SCP-4335's main containment chamber, which is a 5 by 5 by 5 cube made out of obsidian, one of the most durable materials in the game. Water is to cover the entirety of this chamber at all times, and a ring of powered redstone lamps is to line the top of the chamber. In the event of structural collapse of SCP-4335's containment chamber, the roof of the innermost cube will be destroyed via TNT blocks that are all ignited simultaneously, revealing a thin layer of lava that completely covers the roof, temporarily stunning SCP-4335. During this time, at least 3 personnel training Class Virgin Cognito Hazard Resistance training are to enter the innermost cube under the effects of a fire-resistant potion, using the low visibility of being submerged in lava to prevent unnecessary observation of SCP-4335. They are to repair SCP-4335's containment chamber, repair the ceiling, as well as repair the ceiling in the inner chamber if applicable. Then, personnel are to throw several ender pearls into SCP-4335, all while guiding it into its containment chamber, and then seal it with obsidian. The pipes are to be rebuilt immediately. The lava is to be cleared, and the fail-safe mechanism is to be rebuilt. In the event this fails and SCP-4335 manages to escape the innermost cube, personnel are advised to consistently taunt and insult SCP-4335 and attempt to bring it back to the innermost cube. If this fails and SCP-4335 manages to escape Site M1 entirely, preparations are to be made for SCP-4335 to transport itself into a new server. For more information on the containment of SCP-4335 in an entirely new world, see document 11.24. All personnel assigned to SCP-4335's containment are to undergo standard mental evaluations once a month. Any deviations beyond CIS 76.333 is to be considered severely contaminated by cognito hazardous phenomenon, as under document 5312-AYB, Class E protocols, and removed from the project. Containment of SCP-335-1 is currently unnecessary. Description: SCP-4335 is an anomalous entity residing within the extremely popular survival game Minecraft, created by Swedish video game designer Marcus Persson, and later developed by Mojang AB. SCP-4335 has certain anomalous properties, but otherwise behaves as an entity within the game. SCP-4335 itself resembles a normal player model, and its entire body is black in color. SCP-4335 is capable of moving at approximately 0.5 to 5 blocks per second, but will not move at all a majority of the time. If command blocks, creative mode, or server commands are ever enabled in a server with SCP-4335, the server will instantly shut down, and SCP-4335 will move to a different server. SCP-4335 is almost completely covered in a thick cloud of smoke particles, and an unknown number of tendrils that protrude from the entity. These tendrils will occasionally patrol the area around SCP-4335. When any block or item is within 5 blocks length of SCP-4335, the nearest tendril will instantly destroy the block or item. SCP-4335 will strike the block or item that is closest to it. After this, SCP-4335 will curl the tendrils into the smoke for 10 to 15 seconds, and then return to its original location. This process prevents SCP-4335 from moving. It has been revealed that SCP-4335 analyzes and consumes the block or item it destroyed. Once a block or item has been consumed, SCP-4335 will grow in size by the amount equal to the rarity of the object it destroyed. If SCP-4335 reaches 500 blocks in size, it will leave its current server. It will manifest in a random single-player or multiplayer server while still retaining its size, changing servers every 50 blocks. However, if SCP-4335 is continuously fed blocks or items before it is finished, it will never grow in size. If an ender pearl is thrown at SCP-4335 while its size is increased, it will begin to shrink until it's back to its original size. SCP-4335 is a Virgin-class multisensory cognitohazard. Viewing SCP-4335 without protective measures will cause auditory and visual hallucinations. More information regarding this can be found within document 3613.777, or within SCP-4335's initial recovery log. Additionally, SCP-4335 is capable of telepathic speech with human whose player characters are nearby it, and is capable of hearing subjects in the physical world, despite being within a video game. Addendum 2531-999. SCP-4335 was discovered on June 5, 2010, nearly a week after the official launch of Minecraft's alpha version. SCP-4335 manifested within a single-player world being played by user Leaking Heart. The following is the initial contact log by Mobile Task Force Edna-84, dubbed "And Thus Upon His Crucible." This log includes the voices of Richard Ducamp, designated A1, Jason Yelson as A2, and Sheila Freemason as A3.
Alright everyone, potentially cognito-hazardous entity residing within this game. Nothing we can't handle.
Yeah. Can't be worse than any of the other video game anomalies.
Anyway, start the game.
Yep.
Each person logs into the game and uses developer tools in order to join the server SCP-4335 is located on.
Man, they weren't kidding.
Yeah, save the jokes for later. We need to locate the entity. Get going.
The team searches a nearby area for signs of SCP-4335. Eventually they discover a house constructed nearby the ocean.
I assume...
Yes, this should be the player's house.
Most definitely. Talk to him.
Hey, Leaking Heart, where are you?
Who the fuck are you guys? How did you get here?
Make up some sort of excuse about not knowing how you got here.
Well, me and my friends were trying to join a server, but we noticed that you were already in this one.
This is a single-player server? How the hell?
Never mind that, we're finding a creature of sorts that should have landed here.
What are you talking about?
We heard rumors that a mythical beast of sorts was added into Minecraft with the new update. Have you seen it? Hello?
He left.
Looks like it.
A loud explosion is heard east of the team's current location, originating from the in-game audio.
This way.
The team rapidly makes their way towards the explosion, grabbing several dirt blocks on their way.
Remember, limit observation.
The team arrives at a forest biome, where they spot a large crater in the distance.
If the explosion is anything to go by, it's in the crater. Secure the perimeter.
The team begins to place dirt blocks around the crater to act as a fence, then block the hole completely with dirt without looking into it.
The entity should be down there.
It's probably a good idea to get settled in and get resources before testing the entity and figure out how we want to permanently contain it.
Alright.
Extraneous information expunged. A small wooden building has been erected near the site, equipped with several chests filled with iron ore, cobblestone, and various wooden tools, a furnace, currently cooking raw beef, and a window overlooking the crash site.
I'm gonna have a quick peek at the entity to see if it's still down there.
Oh, wait. Richard?
Before A2 can say more, A1 breaks a single block and looks into the pit. He becomes startled at first.
Oh, I need to...
Fuck, he's gone. Help me.
A2 and A3 attack A1, attempting to move them away to a different location, but A1 keeps attempting to go to the hole.
Why are you guys...
Get away from there. You're hallucinating. It's a cog has.
What?
A1 moves away from the pit successfully. A1 looks at his keyboard in confusion.
Okay, if we put you under quarantine, you'll be fine.
Guys, what the fuck? I'm pressing buttons and I'm stuck staring at the hole.
A1 continuously presses random buttons on his keyboard, all of them moving his in-game character sporadically. A2 unplugs A1's computer.
Is this a technical issue? He was moving fine on my end.
No, the game is still running fine. Fuck. My keyboard is corroding. Can you confirm?
Negative.
The screen, it's melting too. It's melting like wax. Oh God!
Security!
Security enter the room and grab A1 and bring him into a nearby room. Addendum 3366-142. Once A1 was placed under quarantine, Jason Yeltsin became the lead researcher regarding SCP-4335's containment. The following is an attempt to communicate upon initial containment, which consisted of a large chamber filled with lava. Jason Yeltsin communicated with SCP-4335 and recorded SCP-4335's speech after the conversation.
Hello, SCP-335.
The entity is silent for several seconds.
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, I am.
Are you humanity?
Me? Well, no, but I'm a representative of it.
Perfect. It worked.
Huh?
This is the correct location, yes?
I do not know what you mean.
Where I am supposed to fall. This is Earth, yes?
Not exactly.
Explain. You are humanity, are you not?
You're in a video game. You're in something humans play for fun.
Video game. Fun.
Yes.
I must think about this for a while.
SCP-4335 was granted approximately 15 hours to itself before it wished to speak again.
Hello again.
Hello?
So, humans are a species of sapience and greed. They play little devices that simulate a world unlike their own, to escape the harsh reality of their own. This is correct, yes?
Yes.
So, this is a false reality, yes? One created in the shadow of yours. It is so. This world still provides enough sustenance. I will travel to your world and resume my activities there.
What is your purpose?
It shall be done.
Hey everyone, it's Pacific, here with a quick ad break. Alright, that's it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Addendum 1810-689. Several months after SCP-4335's first formal containment procedures were developed, on November 27, 2010, SCP-4335 managed to breach containment of its chamber, alerting all nearby containment staff by saying, "And so my prison breaks," before destroying the nearby area and subsequently transporting itself to an entirely new server. After approximately 2 hours of metadata calculations, SCP-4335's new server was discovered, and MTF Adna 84 was sent to contain the anomaly once again. All of SCP-4335's containment staff left the server and attempted to enter the server that SCP-4335 entered. In this log, Dylan Diedrich is assigned A1, as before, Jason Yeltsin is A2, and A3 is Sheila Freemason.
Alright, 4335 transported itself. You all know the drill.
Right. Let's go.
The team enters the multiplayer server that SCP-4335 currently resides in.
Spread out.
The team goes in different directions in an attempt to locate SCP-4335.
I found a wooden house.
Anything inside it?
Just a furnace and a door.
Okay. You're probably close to the players' locations. Probably a starter house. Talk to them.
Who the fuck are you?
Hello? Who are you?
One of them is feisty. I'll give them that.
Hello. I wanted to join a multiplayer map, and somehow you were already on one. Ah, I see.
We don't want any! Get off my lawn!
Ignore my friend here.
Great. Now, have you seen anything crazy recently?
Well, we heard a huge explosion up ahead this way near our old shack.
I think I saw that one. You saw it where?
I think due west.
Probably a monster rave, to be quite honest.
The team rendezvous at their original spawn location, then head west, running by the wooden shack that was discovered by A2. Greben's character model is seen in the distance.
That was quick.
Yes. Where was the explosion?
God, you guys must be robots with those names.
This way.
The team follows Greben to a giant cave. Smoke particles pour out of the cave's entrance.
Get back. 4335 is in that cave.
How are we going to stop these two from entering the cave?
Greben and Albuquerque enter the cave, until their player models are completely obscured by smoke.
Shit.
Put on your blindfolds and collect a lot of dirt.
Before the team can equip their blindfolds, Greben and Albuquerque exit the cave, running towards the team.
I wouldn't recommend that, honestly.
13, 42, 15, 11, 44, 24, 34, 33.
The two players leave the general area, heading back towards their wooden structure.
Hold on.
A2 types out a string of mimetic agents capable of inducing catatonia within non-inoculated individuals. The player sees all movement and communication.
You guys wait in the other room and recover for a second. I'll lock it in.
A1 and A2 nod and leave the room within the real world. A3 approaches the cave, using the smoke to limit as much direct observation as possible with SCP-4335, and proceeds to put on a blindfold.
Another one. I see humanity is restless when it comes to my kind.
A3 closes the entrance to the cave with dirt blocks and calls for the rest of her team. A1 and A2 re-enter the room.
It's contained. It's, I don't know, roughly 65 blocks in height and width. Very big.
Good job.
What are we going to do about the other players?
Same thing we always do. Amnesticize them and kick them from the server.
Yeah, right.
The two player characters are transported out of the game. Work on SCP-4335's new containment chamber is underway. Addendum 7415-365. The following is a communication attempt between lead researcher Jason Yelson, A2, and SCP-4335, approximately 8 to 9 months after it was contained.
Hello.
Hello again. I am very impressed by your tenacity. You have quickly figured out my weakness, have you not?
Well, it seems so.
I suppose you want to know information regarding me. So I shall reward you with the tale of my origin. Yes.
That would be appreciated, yes.
Very well. I have no name, and I had no birth. I apologize. That is not the correct word to use. I have no name, and I have no creator. Do you know what creation is, Jason?
Something that is built and brought to this universe by a sapient being using other things from the universe?
You are correct, yes. No sapient being shaped me. I was spawned outside this universe, in a land of flying quarks and photons. After billions of lifetimes, the protons and electrons that comprised that empty land built on top of each other, and slowly but surely, I came into existence. I was a greasy slab of matter in the land of no material things. This makes sense, yes?
Yes, please continue.
The land I was manifested within looked over your universe, like a child looks upon a snow globe. I cannot see like humanity does. I saw a field of green, surrounded by a sea of black. I could see creation. There were lakes of creation near the main mass, but within your universe. I saw a creation utopia. I was interested. I scraped myself off my own plane of existence and took the plunge.
SCP-4335 is silent for several seconds.
I must have missed the land of creation somehow, and ended up within this game. It's but a setback, yes?
I suppose so. What do you wish to do with our universe, if you manage to arrive here?
I do not like to lie, so I will tell you now. I wish to suck it dry of the toys of whatever force controls your universe. Destroy the light, destroy the earth, and destroy humanity. It reminded me of me. A blubbering mass of intelligence and order. It sickens me in ways I cannot comprehend. I hope you understand.
I see.
Ah, I see it's almost the 9th of September.
Jason begins to suffer cognitohazardous effects, despite not directly observing SCP-4335.
Would you tell me today's date?
No, we will not divulge that information.
Suit yourself. Let me see for myself.
30 seconds pass.
15 seconds until midnight. How coincidental.
Jason begins to perceive his computer monitor deteriorating.
What the...
A tendril rapidly extends from the smoke, nearly striking Jason's player character. Jason begins to hyperventilate.
What did you...
Suddenly, several extremely tall, thin, and black entities manifest near Jason's player character.
Break me out of this prison, children, and hasten the cycle further.
Jason manages to fend off the attacking creatures before they can pick up blocks and compromise SCP-4335's containment. Jason quickly leaves the area, logs off the game, and submits himself to quarantine. Soon after the incident, reports of the thin black entities that are capable of picking up blocks were heard from large amounts of players. The O5 Council made contact with Mojang AB, the current developers of Minecraft. The O5 Council decided to intentionally introduce SCP-4335-1 instances into the next update of the game, as a new non-anomalous monster. Further information regarding interactions between Mojang and the Foundation is Level 5 classified.
Researcher note, from researcher and lead creative designer Jens Bergensten. I'm attaching my hypothesis here for visibility, with permission from lead researcher Yeltsin. From past interviews, we can assume SCP-335's general origins. Whether it's lying or not is uncertain. But for the sake of our mission, we will assume it isn't. But we will take caution regarding its information. It states it lives in a dimension above ours, comparing it to a child looking upon a snow globe. It was born in a land filled with nothing, and came down to Earth to consume our creation. It describes creation as things with green energy, for lack of a better term. It believes it was trapped intentionally to impede its progress. However, I have a theory. I believe procedural generation does not count as creation to this entity, as it is not specifically created by a sapient being. Instead, procedural generation is a set of rules for a computer, which currently are not sapient. Why did it land inside Minecraft? Well, I still believe that the set of rules that are inputted to create Minecraft worlds are considered creation, and every single block in each world is considered a human's creation. But still, it should be a speck compared to the skyscrapers and buildings humans have created, yes? Well, Minecraft is the most popular game of all time. It was also extremely popular and one of a kind when it first released to the public. And people used procedurally generated worlds and created millions of things. Every small wooden house, every fountain, every crater, and every castle. That begs the question, where are we on this scale? Why couldn't the entity see our universe? Was it hidden? Did it just get lucky? Well, I believe God does exist, but in a different sense. And not in the form we think. Minecraft isn't just full of creation. Our universe is also devoid of it.
SCP-4335 was written by Westrid. Our narrator and host is John Grills. A1 was played by Russell Moore. A2 was played by Jesse Hall. A3 was played by Danielle Hewitt. Leaking Heart was played by Sid Mao. Albuquerque was played by Claudia Amenabar. Grebent was played by Atticus Jackson. Dylan Diedrich was played by Pacific S. Obadiah. And SCP-4335 was played by Graham Rowe. Our music is by the incredible Tom Rory Parsons, and I'm your showrunner and sound designer, Pacific S. Obadiah. Our producer is Tom Owen, and this is a Bloody Disgusting show. For more information, visit bloody-disgusting.com. I'm excited to announce a new way for you to support the SCP Archives. We've partnered with ACAST to allow fans to make a one-time donation of any amount. And when you donate, you can also leave us a message, and we'll read it on air for you. So whether you're giving a friend a happy birthday shout-out, or just want to say hi, you can find a link to donate in our show notes right now. Hey everyone, it's Pacific. A few quick notes, and then this week's episode. First things first, a lot of you have written in with SCPs you'd like to see on the show, and we want to hear more. The best way to do this is either by going to our Apple Podcast page and leaving a review. There you can tell us what you like about the show, what you think we could improve upon, and what SCP you want to see. This helps us a bunch as creators, and it also helps boost our show's visibility. The second way is if you're in our Discord, or if you want to join our Discord, head over to Daily SCP. It's one of the channels we set up. And there you can let us know what SCPs you'd like to see. And then also, chat and learn about a new SCP every single day. It's a fun little part of our Discord, and I encourage you guys to check it out. We're still working on postcards. They came in a few days later than expected, but they should be out shortly, if not all finished by tomorrow, or today, I guess, when you're listening to this. And last but certainly not least, my move is going well. It's been hectic, but Friday we finally move. But yeah, it's going well. Thanks for writing in, everyone, and asking. I appreciate that. And last but certainly not least, if you're interested in becoming a patron and hearing your name at the beginning of episodes, getting ad-free versions of this episode without this big intro spiel or our mid-rolls, or if you're interested in getting access to bonus episodes and merchandise and so much more, head over to patreon.com/SCP_POD. And now, this week's patrons. I want to give a big shout out to Noin, Sonny Boggis, Juan, Fiber Beta, Wayne Carmack, Tiffany, Desiree Reading, Grim Bravo, Stefan C. Danielson, I Am a Doctor, Alexandro Arvizu, Magnus Sloth, Karuto, Samantha Castronovo, Sign My Shovel, Garda, Bryant Flick, Agent Hedgepickle, Jackie Benjamin, Channing C. Hawkins, AJ Eck, and Aurora Shard. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it a bunch. And now, without further ado, this week's episode.
Warning. The Foundation database is classified. Unauthorized access will result in detainment. Within this archive, you'll find the procedures, descriptions, and accounts of the most notorious anomalies we've encountered to date. Secure, contain, protect.
Item number SCP-4099. Object class Safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-4099 is to be contained in a lock-carrying case in a standard secure safe class locker at Site-76. The interior of SCP-4099's locker is to be outfitted with a laser light security alarm system to prevent theft or unauthorized testing of SCP-4099. Under no circumstances SCP-4099 to be brought out of its vault. All testing with SCP-4099 is forbidden. Description: SCP-4099 is a small, worn-out notepad previously owned by junior researcher Barnes. SCP-4099's pages are filled with illegible writing and crude drawings of people and objects. Knowledge of SCP-4099's pages carry a mimetic compound that, when read, cause living beings to enter a state of panic or distress, often citing that they are incapable of calming themselves when exposed to SCP-4099. Individuals in this state have shown to have much higher increase in serotonin, adrenaline, and norepinephrine. SCP-4099's effect can be transferred to other individuals via an auditory mimetic compound. Hearing a test subject's vocalizations of distress will induce the same feelings of panic and distress as in the subject. Recovery log. SCP-4099 was discovered in Junior Research Barnes' office. Barnes was found dead in her office, hanging from a ceiling lamp by a noose made entirely out of neckties. During SCP-4099's acquisition, 5 staff members, 3 containment specialists and 2 senior agents, became distressed after looking at SCP-4099 with its cover open. An emergency response unit was sent to isolate the remaining infected, dispose of Barnes' body, and contain SCP-4099 in a more careful manner. The following file is Level 5 classified. Addendum 4099-1. SCP-4099 designates a series of documents under the title SCP Foundation Department of Abnormalities. The documents appear to be incomplete based on the dates at which they were sent. In SCP-4099, 2 individuals are frequently mentioned, Dr. Harold Horton and Agent Evan Shane. According to Foundation records, there are no individuals under employment with these names, nor are there any mention of a Department of Abnormalities. The following is correspondence between Agent Evan Shane and Dr. Horton.
March 9th. Dr. Horton, we picked up 3 more this week. They're sending us again the next morning for a debriefing of our mission stats. Not sure if this is part of procedure, but oh well. Bobby lost his arms to one of those things. They're probably going to discharge him for it. I forgot the designation of it, but it's in one of the files. Speaking of which, here's those copies you asked for. If you don't mind me asking, why do you need them?
March 11th. Evan Shane, I have word that we might be transferring the abnormalities here in our facility. The director briefed me on your containment details and how they should be handled. That means you're going to live under the same roof as the abnormalities you contained.
March 13. Captured, Doc, not contained. I bagged these guys on the field. You're the ones that are going to have to tag them. Anyway, expect a delivery soon. Let's hope the new guys get accustomed to their new home. March 22nd. Dr. Horton, about the debriefing I mentioned a few days ago. Apparently they've discovered another abnormality. It's somewhere in Portugal, if I recall correctly. On another note, how are the new guys doing so far?
March 25th. Evan, they seem to be doing fine. However, they appear to be acting much differently from when they were picked up. I'm going to do some testing on them. Actually, they're acting somewhat strange themselves. Something feels off about them. Whatever it is, once the testing begins, we'll get to the bottom of this.
March 29th. Dr. Horton, well, whatever it is, just make sure you're safe. I'm going to the debriefing room. Gonna meet the new general in charge of the operation, and hopefully I can come home now. April 2nd. Fuck. Harold? I messed up, Doc. I messed up. Big time. I didn't know what to do. I was told to do it. I was just following that fucking general, Mulhausen. The bastard, he killed them. I killed them. The bastard issued a goddamn termination order on the whole place. Some of the folks in the unit are probably dead. I don't know. I don't know what else to do, Doc. April 3rd. Are you there? I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've tried calling the facility, but no one's answering. Shit. No one is responding. I'm a wanted man, Horton. I killed him. Fucking bastard killed the women and the fucking children in that village. Made sure he suffered first before I ended his life, too. Harold, where the hell are you?
Addendum 4099.01. Recovered files. The following files were recovered alongside SCP-4099. The formatting closely resembles traditional formatting and containment procedures used during 1922 to 1934. Furthermore, the entities described in these files do not appear anywhere within the Foundation's database.
Item designation number 21486HI007. Warning. Item displays aggressive and dangerous behavior. Description of item. 6 foot 2 inches tall. Height varies due to the nature of the entity. 185 pounds. Unknown age. Appears to be in mid-30s. Wears uniform typical of air raid wardens used in the 1940s. Said uniform appears to be in a state of disrepair or heavily damaged state. Respiration often induces sounds of what can only be identified as raspy breathing. Pockets are filled with bullets and ammunition, often used in a Sten gun and a Vickers Berthier light machine gun. The entity appears to emit small doses of gamma radiation. The palms of the entity's hands are covered in a caustic adhesive that burns away human skin on tactile contact. This adhesive has been chemically analyzed as fluoroantimonic acid. Entity does not appear to run and can only walk. It is not known whether it chooses not to run or it is incapable of doing so. Detail of current containment. Not applicable. Report. First sighting of the humanoid was reported by tourists in a diner in the Nevadan desert. Witnesses reported a giant yellowish-brown cloud headed towards the Stop-A-While diner. Tourists allegedly approached the entity in an attempt to communicate with it. Entity ignored all attempts at communication and continued walking. Recovery team was then assembled by General Copper and dispatched in an attempt to contain the entity. Using the updated containment protocols regarding the handling of abnormalities, courtesy of the late Dr. Keeter, the entity was captured in the operation and contained in a temporary holding facility until a more effective containment facility could be used as a permanent containment cell. Entity appears to be capable of secreting various nerve agents and gases from its person. These gases do not appear to be anomalous in itself. However, the nerve agents are dangerous and are constantly being emitted. Through chemical analysis, the entity has been known to secrete 3 nerve agents: Soman, sulfur mustard or mustard gas, and VX. The entity's wrists and forearms emit Soman. Sulfur mustard is emitted from its back, and the VX nerve agent appears to come from the filter cartridge canister of its mask as waste product in respiration. All attempts of communication with the entity have resulted in unresponsiveness. Addendum. Personnel have been reported to experience auditory hallucinations while they are in the vicinity of the entity. Personnel report hearing men, women, and children's screams emanating from the entity. Other auditory phenomena include gunfire, engine noises, Morse code and radio transmissions, air raid sirens, white noise, static frequencies, and even explosions.
Item designation number 97165MA-066. Warning. Item displays aggressive and dangerous behavior. Description of item. 5 foot 10 inches. If hunched, 5 foot 6 inches. 120 pounds. Unknown age. Darkened gray skin. Naked. No eyes or hair. Elongated arms. Elongated lips and mouth structure with very human-like teeth. Emaciated appearance. Bone and muscle structure unlike any recorded species. Hands and feet appear human, albeit blackened in appearance. Possible necrosis? No reproductive organs, anal orifice, ears, or pores anywhere on body. Does not have a nose, but appears to have nostrils fused to the face. Head is abnormally large for the body. Detail of current containment. Not available. Report. Entity was first discovered in Antarctica. The entity was reported by Japanese fishermen claiming to have seen a ninjin on the ice too. Reports of the humanoid came back to the Foundation, where a recovery team was dispatched to capture the entity. The creature was then contained and moved to a temporary containment cell. The creature appears to have considerable strength for its body structure. The entity has been shown to tear off ligaments and muscle tissue during a feeding. Carnivorous, it views both humans and animals as a food supply. Interestingly, during a feeding, depending on which animal it has devoured, the creature temporarily gains said animal's traits. When eating fish, it develops gills, fins, and webbed feet, and gains the ability to swim and breathe underwater. When eating avian creatures, it gains bat-like wings. These wings, despite the size and shape of the creature, somehow gives the entity the ability to fly. When eating human flesh, it gains intelligence and sapience. The entity's mouth appears to stretch and distend beyond its physical capabilities, but does not appear capable of unhinging its jaws to consume prey. Instead, it opens its mouth and takes large bites in its consumption. The entity shows considerable problem-solving skills of varying levels of complexity. The creature has been known to speak, but only in the form of muttering, and on occasion, laughter. Addendum. Security and research personnel have both expressed concern over the entity. Complaints have issued that the creature has been known to smile at individuals for long periods of time, unnerving them. Personnel also note a visual anomaly of the creature's nature. The creature can appear in contradictory locations when two or more individuals view it, however in close proximity to one another, usually allowing an estimation of where the actual entity is located. Complaints have been taken into account of the creature's nature.
Item designation number 718-39CA102. Warning. Item displays aggressive and dangerous behavior. Description of item. Item appears to be a small vase of roses. The petals on each rose glows brightly and radiates a reddish hue. The item has a small note attached to it that reads in cursive, "For Lucy. Object emits large amounts of gamma radiation. Detail of current containment not available." Report. Item was discovered in a flower shop in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Reports came in of red maniacs terrorizing the townfolk. A recovery team led by General Sampson were partially successful in containing the threat, as most of the agents in the unit had succumbed to the object's effect and had to be terminated. Item was temporarily placed in a secure holding locker lined with lead to prevent radiation from leaking out of the wall's contents. The object's petals glow brightly and radiate a dark red hue and emits large amounts of gamma radiation. When a living being enters its light, the item immediately redshifts the being. Once redshifted, the being immediately succumbs to radiation poisoning and collapses after only a few seconds of exposure. Soon after, approximately 12 seconds, the redshifted subject will rise from its position on the ground. Individuals afflicted with the item's effect are not only redshifted, but are also bleeding profusely from the eyes, nose, and mouth. Affected individuals under the reanimation effect also lack pupils, and their sclera are completely white in coloration, despite the redshift. Individuals affected by the object are driven solely by the need to attack unaffected individuals. Affected subjects will attack by way of biting, scratching, and beating others with their hands. Some affected individuals also display remarkable strength for their stature, being capable of tearing off limbs with little effort. Addendum. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to touch or even look into the container. All testing with the abnormality has been denied.
Hey everyone, it's Pacific, here with a quick ad break. Alright, that's it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Addendum 4099.02, Exploration Log. On the back of one of the documents, there's an address and coordinates to what is assumed to be the location of the facility mentioned in the documents. Mobile Task Force Gamma 1, Search and Destroy, were sent to the location of the facility. The following log is a transcript of what transpired. Date, May 19th, 2020. Location, Pripyat City borders, Chernobyl exclusion zone.
Comms are up. We good?
Good.
Good.
Ready. Hang on a sec. There. I'm good.
Right. We're moving towards the location. Overwatch sent us here for an investigation. Whatever this thing is, Overwatch wants it kept quiet. We either lock it up or we terminate it, understood? Good.
10 seconds until drop-off.
Eyes up, people. Stay alert.
Yes, sir.
Search and destroy. You are clear to begin the operation.
Let's go!
The unit walked quickly from the drop-off point to the location. After 10 minutes of walking, they enter the exclusion zone.
You are now entering the closed exclusion zone. Radiation levels will start spiking the closer you get to the area.
Understood. We work fast and get to the area. These suits can't keep out the radiation for too long.
The unit walked faster to their designation, maneuvering through the abandoned roads and trees.
Gamma 1, you should be seeing the location now.
I don't see anything, Command.
Boss, I see something.
Pisces points to the elevator in the distance. It appears to be a maintenance elevator covered in glass.
Right. Let's go in.
The team enter the elevator. There's only one button that leads down. Leo presses it and waits for 3 minutes before the elevator doors part. The team steps inside as the doors close. There are 8 buttons, each numbered from 0 to 7.
Command, you seeing this?
Yes. Enter the code given to you.
Leo pulls out a folded piece of paper from his pocket. There's nothing on the paper except numbers.
1, 7, 3, 0.
The door closes and the buttons light up. There's a humming for 10 seconds before the Foundation logo briefly flashes on the elevator screen above the doors.
We're in business, baby.
The team wait 3 minutes again as they go down.
Welcome to the Department of Abnormalities.
Everyone, lights on.
Roger. I see stairs, sir.
No shit, Gemini.
The team go down a stairwell where they encounter a door.
Welcome to the Department of Abnormalities.
The fuck?
The Department. Abnormal. It is.
Damn, we're a few kilometers underground. No reception here. We're on our own, guys.
Oh, shit. What are we gonna do?
Kinda sounds like an echo, actually.
The abnormal.
We stick to the plan. We get in, investigate what they sent us here for, then we leave.
Pisces is right. We stick to the plan.
The team enter through the doors. There's a hallway that at the far end leads to a door. The corridor has 4 doors, 2 per side. Each of them are rusted and welded shut with a glass viewport. There appears to be something inside each of the rooms.
Stay sharp.
The unit slowly walks to the first chamber on their right. There's a small metal placard that reads, "The Glutton," in the chamber. There's a gray-skinned creature hunched over in a fetal position at the far left corner of the room. Its head is lurched over and obscured by its arms.
Damn.
Hey, guys, check this one out.
The rest of the team follow Gemini to look into the room, opposite of the other. There's a large, dark, yellowish cloud inside the chamber. There's a humanoid shape within the room, but is obscured by the gas. Only 3 feet are visible as the gas covers everything else. There's a metal placard that reads, "Visions of War."
Freaky shit, huh?
I've seen weirder.
Wonder what this one is.
The group move on to the next chamber on the left. There's a pedestal inside with a small container on top of it. There are dozens of red bodies surrounding the pedestal, covered in blood. The placard reads, "Flowers for Lucy."
Well, that's a strange name for something locked up. What about this?
Leo pans to the last chamber behind the group. The door is also rusted shut, but the viewport is locked up, preventing whatever's inside from being seen.
The hell?
The placard for this chamber reads, "Absence."
Well, that's confusing. Let's go, guys.
The team head to the end of the hallway. There are 2 paths that split off to 2 doors at the end. On the wall there are placards that point to the left and labeled Research Sector and Maintenance. On the right, it says Quarters and Armory.
Okay, we're splitting up the group. Pisces and Taurus will take the left. Gemini, Sagittarius, and I will take the right. Understood?
Roger, we'll go.
Clear.
Understood.
Very good, sir.
Let's move.
Leo's team head to the door on the right. Leo pushes the door open and shines his light through the darkened room. The room appears to have dozens of metal bunk beds. Some of these beds have their mattresses removed. Some of them still have pillows on them. The group move until they reach the far end of the room. There's a metal placard above the door handle that says Armory. Leo steps inside as the last person closes the door behind them. There are weapons racks and lockers across the wall in front of them. There's a door to their left that reads Director's Office. Leo attempts to open it, but it appears to have been locked from the inside. There's a small note on the floor close to the door.
I got something. Command's probably going to want to take a look at it. We're going on standby until Pisces and Taurus finish their sweep of the other room.
Gemini pulls out a small tablet from his bag that connects to both Pisces and Taurus's cameras.
What are you looking at, Taurus?
Not much, I'm afraid. This place looks like it has labs on each side. Looks barren and empty, though.
Wait, do you hear that noise?
Yeah, I hear that too. I'm about to head over there now.
Through the screen, Taurus's camera captures a door at the end of the corridor with a metal placard that reads, Maintenance. Taurus opens the door and finds a large server room inside. The room has a large computer server at the end of the room with a red glowing button in the middle. It appears to be the source of the humming.
Approaching object. What do you think it is, boss? Should I press it?
There's a 10-second pause between Leo and Taurus.
Go for it.
Taurus pushes the red button. The humming stops.
Wonder what that did.
At that moment, large screaming and laughter is heard. Taurus and Pisces turn around immediately.
Son of a... I think we made a mistake, boss. I'm turning it back on.
Taurus presses the button multiple times, but the machine is still inert.
Shit. All right, well, we're gonna try and meet you on the other side. Hang tight. We're gonna get you out.
Wait, Taurus,
The door is slammed open as 3 red men in lab coats leap onto Pisces. One of them bites Pisces on the nose and tears it off. Pisces screams as he tries to shoot at the entities, but is pinned to the floor. Taurus shoots the individuals off of Pisces and picks them up. Taurus proceeds to kneel down to tend to Pisces' wounds.
Oh, fuck. Pisces is in bad shape. You're gonna be okay, alright? You're gonna be fine.
Door... open.
Pisces, Taurus, we're going to your location. Stand by for extraction.
Leo puts away the tablet and proceeds to arm himself.
I'm calling a chopper. We're getting the hell out of here. Pisces is injured and bleeding out here. I want everyone to keep sharp and take these bastards out, understand?
Leo's teams emerge from the armory as more red-colored entities emerge from the other door. The group managed to successfully shoot down most of them and proceed to head to the door.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
The group go through the door and are immediately attacked by the gray-skinned humanoid. Leo and Gemini attempt to shoot at it, but the bullets miss. Sagittarius fends off some of the red entities that emerge from the chamber.
Ah, fuck. I can't. Keep missing them. Can't get a clear shot.
We keep hitting it, but it's not doing shit.
One of the red entities breaks away from Sagittarius' gunfire and stabs Leo in the left eye with a pencil. Leo groans in pain as he kicks off the entity with his injured leg and shoots it in the head.
Ah, I'm down. Shit.
Don't touch it. It's near your femoral artery. You could bleed out.
Pisces and Taurus both emerge from the right hall and continue to fire at both the red entities and the gray humanoid.
Boss, let me help you up. Head to the elevator now.
Sagittarius and Leo approach the elevator.
Well, apartment.
The gray creature knocks Gemini, Taurus, and Pisces away from him. Taurus gets up and punches the entity across the face.
Oh, just die already, you ugly...
In that moment, the entity thrusts its right fist into Taurus' stomach, its hand going deep within.
Welcome to Abnormal.
Fucker!
No!
The gray entity grabs Taurus' chest with its free hand and pulls until his chest and waist are completely torn apart and separated. Viscera and entrails fall out as intestines and spine fall out on the floor. The entity smiles, revealing human teeth before it kneels over and grabs the intestines and pulls it into its mouth to eat. The elevator doors open. Sagittarius carries the unconscious Leo into the elevator.
Welcome to the Mint of...
Dan! Get your ass over here, we're leaving!
Welcome to the department. Normality.
Come on, man. Come on.
An entity wearing a gas mask emerges from its room and grabs Gemini by the arm.
No! Fuck! No! No!
Welcome to the department.
The entity in the gas mask puts Gemini in a headlock. White gas emerges from the filter cartridge canister of the mask and burns away at Gemini's face. The entity then moves its hand to cover his mouth before raising its hand. completely burning and tearing off Gemini's lips and nose.
I'm so sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the Department of Abnormalities.
Addendum 4099.03, recovered note. An object of interest that was taken during MTF Gamma 1's investigation of the facility. The note reads as follows.
Regional Director Pierce, I can't do this anymore. I do not wish to continue my time here. I'm done. These things are not normal by our standards. I can deal with the horrifying implications around certain anomalies, but not this. These are abominations. Every time I go to bed, I stare at my ceiling until my eyes get tired and I fall asleep. I get nightmares about what they do, what they did. I feel like they're all around me, wrapping their hands around my throat, squeezing tightly, digging their thumbs into my trachea until I wake up in a cold sweat. I've held this position for such a long time. 2, 3 years. I don't know anymore. This is too much for me to bear. The responsibility to keep these things away from everyone is weighing down on me, and I feel like I'm going to give in. As of today, I hereby resign from my current position. I revoke all my privileges, and I request a transfer to facility ADR X-19. This is a job that I feel not even I am capable of doing. I know I should have submitted a formal request for the transferal, but I'm too tired to go through all the paperwork. Take care. Dr. Horton, Head of the Department of Abnormalities.
SCP-4099 was written by Connor McWarren. Our host and narrator is John Grills. Agent Shane is Atticus Jackson. Dr. Horton was Graham Rowett. Leo was Russell Moore. Gemini was Jesse Hall. Taurus was Sarah Golding. Pisces was Nicole Goodnight. Sagittarius was Addison Peacock. And Command was played by The Sky Above the Port Was the Color of Television, tuned to a dead channel. Our composer is the incredible Tom Rory Parsons, and I'm your showrunner and sound designer, Pacific S. Obadiah. Our producer is Tom Owen, and this is a Bloody Disgusting podcast. For more information, visit bloody-disgusting.com. I'm excited to announce a new way for you to support the SCP Archives. We've partnered with ACAST to allow fans to make a one-time donation of any amount. And when you donate, you can also leave us a message, and we'll read it on air for you. So whether you're giving a friend a happy birthday shout-out, or just want to say hi, you can find a link to donate in our show notes right now. Hey everyone, it's Pacific. A few quick notes, and then this week's episode. First things first, a reminder that next week we are off, but we will be back with another episode on May 12th. Second, if you want a postcard, you have 2 more days to do it. At 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on April 30th, our window closes. So if you want to get May's postcard, sign up by then for $5 or above. And if you're already a patron and you're already at $5 or above, you're already getting a postcard. But please make sure your address is updated and correct. The goal is to have everything filled out and sent by May 7th. So hopefully you guys will get them by mid-May or so. But yeah, stay tuned to that as we do more stuff with postcards. Second, The Sky Above the Port Was the Color of Television, tuned to a dead channel, or TSAT, as a lot of you know him. He's a moderator on our Discord, and he also helps me with a lot of our scripts and administrative duties. He has recently launched a new subreddit called Daily SCP, and if you're interested in reading a new SCP every single day and talking to other big SCP fans, I highly recommend you check it out. And you can find that at reddit.com/r/daily_SCP. Or if you're on our Discord or thinking of joining our Discord, we've also created a channel there where we've synced up all of the posts so you can talk about the same wonderful daily SCPs that we're talking about on Reddit too. And last but certainly not least, I have a bunch of patrons to share with you guys today. We're currently sitting at 19, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I think that's the most we've ever done in a week. And I am absolutely just swept off my feet. I appreciate you guys so much for listening to the show, sharing the show, and for supporting us and supporting what we do. It means a whole lot to me and to John and Tom and other Tom and everyone else here. So, without further ado, I want to give a big shout out, and I hope I don't butcher your names, to Holden Kodish, Bob Loblaw, Vance Barnhill, John Capri, Sam Link, Christopher James Frazier, Assorted Fruits, Joseph Two's Internet Spectre, Amy Gardner, Kat Rajne, Luke Kawagi, Gary McCammon, Justin Janger, Christopher Ortiz, Alex Randolph, Dakota Trotter, Stephanie Adamson, James Career, and, last but not least, Pacific's evil twin, Atlantic. Thanks, guys. Your support is incredible. And without further ado, this week's episode.
Warning. The Foundation database is classified. Unauthorized access will result in detainment. Within this archive, you'll find the procedures, descriptions, and accounts of the most notorious anomalies we've encountered to date. Secure, contain, protect.
Item number SCP-3930. Object class Esoteric. Special containment procedures. Individuals assigned SCP-3930 to monitor the S5-C9 perimeter established near Usinsk, Russia, and follow orders from on-site command. Individuals assigned to SCP-3930 to be made aware that there is nothing within the perimeter, that SCP-3930 does not exist. Description: SCP-3930 does not exist. By order of O5-1, the remainder of this file is Level 5 classified with restrictions. File Administrator Notice. Only 7 living individuals are permitted to access this file. Modified Special Containment Procedures. For the purpose of ongoing containment of SCP-3930, it's important for all personnel assigned to SCP-3930, outside of personnel permitted to have access to this file, to understand that SCP-3930 does not exist, nor has ever existed. Personnel currently assigned to SCP-3930, who assert SCP-3930's existence, are to be reassigned and given full psychological examination to ensure their understanding that SCP-3930 does not exist. Individuals who are unable to do so are to be remitted to current 3930 research lead for termination. All personnel assigned to SCP-3930 must understand that, despite any language or orders that may imply otherwise due to their content, SCP-3930 does not exist. SCP-3930 is contained at its location of discovery. Access to the region containing SCP-3930 is strictly forbidden. A perimeter has been created around SCP-3930, roughly 1 kilometer in diameter. Any unauthorized individual crossing this perimeter with intent to approach SCP-3930 to be terminated on site. The 7 individuals permitted access to this file have total executive authority over the containment of SCP-3930 and administration of personnel assigned to SCP-3930. The sustained non-existence of SCP-3930 is the containment procedure for SCP-3930. Description: SCP-3930 is a static void located within a 1 kilometer perimeter near Usinsk, Russia, established by Soviet scientists in the early 1970s. SCP-3930 does not emit nor absorb light or sound, does not have shape or texture, cannot be passed through, cannot be interacted with, cannot be manipulated in any way, and has no dimension. Through extensive testing using a variety of techniques, Foundation researchers have been able to certify with 99.999% accuracy that absolutely nothing exists within the region described as SCP-3930. Despite this, subjects exposed to SCP-3930 will invariably describe the spaces containing flora and fauna similar to those in the surrounding area, as well as a structure somewhere within the non-existent space. How individuals are capable of perceiving SCP-3930 is currently unknown, though several hypotheses have been produced. See Addendum 3930.3 for details. As SCP-3930 cannot be passed through or interacted with, as SCP-3930 is not something that exists, extant objects or entities cannot enter SCP-3930. Nevertheless, individuals who attempt to approach SCP-3930 and go into it will nonetheless be perceived as doing so by other observers. The moment the individual passes the non-existent border of SCP-3930, they cease to exist. Despite this, outside observers will continue to perceive the individuals who pass into SCP-3930 for some time afterward, until such time as they no longer do. In summary, SCP-3930 does not exist. SCP-3930 is not a physical location, point in time, singularity, vacuum, extra-dimensional space, metaconstruct, or any other extant description, as a requirement for any such description is existence, which SCP-3930 lacks. SCP-3930 cannot be said to be anything, regardless of its perceived properties. As SCP-3930 does not exist, it cannot contain anything that exists. Due to this, anything that attempts to pass through or enter SCP-3930, which is impossible due to SCP-3930 being non-existent, will also cease to exist. Despite all of the above, human beings will still perceive SCP-3930 as perceptible, and things that become non-existent due to SCP-3930 as similarly perceptible. Most notably, certain attributes of SCP-3930 perceived as cognizant beings are altered significantly by the number of individuals who both are aware of SCP-3930 and are aware of the fact that it is affected by awareness. For more information about this, see Addendum 3930.3. Lastly, the effect human perception has on SCP-3930's perceived properties cannot be diminished with amnestics, or even natural death. The only known method to affect the nature of SCP-3930's perceived abilities is for the individual who previously perceived SCP-3930 to enter SCP-3930 and become non-existent. While the effect this has on SCP-3930 is not immediate, it will diminish over time until becoming stable again after roughly 31 days. The highest number of individuals able to perceive SCP-3930 while still maintaining the void stability is 10, 7 of which are accounted for by containment procedures, 2 allowed for testing purposes, and 1 for any potential civilian interference. Addendum 3930.1 Discovery. The records for SCP-3930's original discovery were lost in the dissolution of the Soviet intelligence community. But it is believed that SCP-3930 was likely discovered on more than one occasion by individuals who, by virtue of attempting to interact with SCP-3930, no longer exist. Notably, near the end of the Soviet Union, SCP-3930 was known only by state scientists and researchers, and it is not believed that any members of GRU Division P were made aware of SCP-3930. If the state scientists were aware of the nature of SCP-3930, this was likely by design. The number of individuals who perceived SCP-3930 before these containment procedures were enacted is unknown, though records indicate that the state scientists experienced extreme difficulties in both containing the anomaly and doing research on it. Their lack of proper understanding of SCP-3930's anomalous qualities led to a significant loss of life, which further exacerbated the situation regarding SCP-3930. By the time Foundation operatives had discovered SCP-3930, only a small number of the original research team members remained, the rest having been lost to SCP-3930. The implementation of SCP-3930's current containment procedures also came at the cost of an unfortunate loss of life. Addendum 3930.2 Exploration Log. Exploration in SCP-3930 is impossible, as per the previous established understanding of SCP-3930. Regardless, outside observers are capable of perceiving individuals who enter SCP-3930, and as such, cease to exist, and even receiving audio transmissions from them. Notably, audio and video recording equipment does not function properly near SCP-3930. Video cameras are not capable of capturing a non-entity, and footage of SCP-3930 is subject to the same anomalous visual perceptual abnormalities as regular observation of SCP-3930. The same is consistent with audio recordings. In short, All audio and video equipment stops functioning the moment it enters SCP-3930, though observers will continue to perceive proper functioning, even if a discrepancy is noted. The following is an audio log transcription, penned by Dr. Kuskin as he perceived it. During the recording of this log, Dr. Kuskin spoke into a microphone, received a response, and then repeated the response into another recording device. As such, it is worth mentioning once more that the following is simply a conversation that Dr. Kuskin appeared to have with another human who did not exist at the time of this recording. Dr. Simon Petriko observed this event and confirmed the accuracy of the perceived responses, as well as curated the logs afterwards.
All right, D-124. I need you to start walking forwards. Can you tell me what you see in front of you?
Trees. The woods.
Then the animals or wildlife?
No.
All right, proceed forward. You're approaching the boundary of the anomaly. Do you see anything now?
I don't know. Still just trees and bushes and stuff.
At this point, D-124 disappeared and SCP-3930 and ceased to exist. Audio monitoring equipment confirmed that radio had ceased to function. Regardless, neither Dr. Kuskin or Dr. Simon Petraikou noticed this.
Continue forward.
Hey, hang on. There is something up here in the clearing. Some kind of building.
Can you describe it for me?
Yeah, it is a short... It has a bunch of, I think it's like an apartment building. It is really overgrown, though. Like it's been abandoned for a while.
How big is this structure?
Well, I don't know. Maybe 100 feet long? I count 6 doors on this side. It looks like it might curve around to the back.
Go ahead and continue forward.
Sure. By the way, I just noticed something. There is a sound I can hear now, but it's really quiet. I thought it was the wind or the grass a minute ago, but it's definitely neither of those.
What does it sound like?
Honestly, I don't know. It's faint.
Roger. Keep us updated on that.
All right, I'm up on the building. Definitely some kind of apartment building. White walls, brown doors, wood. There's I guess some kind of other building over here? Maybe an office?
Can you open any of the doors?
I can try. Hang on. That one's locked. This one too. Hang on. I'm looking in the window trying to see if there's anything in here. But it's just dark. I can't see beyond the curtains.
Please continue to check the doors.
Yeah. Got one. Let's see. Definitely nobody has been in here for a while. It is dark, dusty. Just one bedroom, I think. Not much furniture. Some chairs and a small bookshelf. Nothing on it, though. Let me look in the bedroom. Twin bed, a chest of drawers, but they're empty. The bed is made. Curtains are drawn everywhere. Hang on. This window here just faces the other side of the clearing here. This building is a big L shape. It goes on down that way a bit.
Can you turn that light off? That's too damn bright.
D-124 continues to search the room and attached bathroom for the following 5 minutes.
Yeah, all right. Let me... Hang on.
What is it?
Did I open these blinds earlier?
What?
The blinds. The fuck? I drew the curtains back earlier. I mean, when I walked into the bedroom.
I don't know.
No, I definitely did. I remember it specifically. Because then I looked out that window, I opened these curtains. Is there something else in here?
We don't have a reason to believe so, no?
Then what closed the fucking curtains? Why are they closed?
We don't know that.
Of course you don't know that, but... Man, I definitely opened these. Because I stepped over here into the light and looked out and I said... Well, I said that there was somebody out there. Or... Huh. I don't remember what I said, actually. Maybe I was wrong. That's weird.
Come again.
Nothing, I just, I guess I'll keep going here. Next room here is more of the same. It's backwards from the other one, though. This room has a TV in it.
Is the TV on?
What? No. Nobody has been here in weeks. Maybe years. I don't think that... Actually, you know what? The TV is still warm. Somebody has been in here to... Let me see if...
What is it?
It's on, but it's strange. The channels keep skipping around. Just images, pictures, black and white. A backwards ocean, mirrors and faces, a funeral pyre. It keeps coming back to one image. Black background with a... Oh. Dark shapes floating around. More than one. They're really small, hard to see, fading in and out. Can you hear that?
We cannot.
It's that sound again. Not coming from the TV. Maybe from outside? This... Huh.
Come again?
Well, it's just that this is going to sound crazy, I know. But I swear I came into this room through a door in that wall. And now the door isn't there. There's a window there instead.
Can you see out of the window?
I can. Alright, this is going to sound really crazy. But I can't open the curtains. When I go to pull them back, well, there are just more behind them and more behind those.
Are there any other exits to this room?
There's a...
At this point, the telephone in the mobile research station began ringing in the same room as Dr. Kuskin and Dr. Simon Petreko, the latter of whom stood to answer it. As he did, Dr. Kuskin described hearing another phone ringing on the other end of the audio transmitter, near D124.
There's a phone ringing. I don't remember it being here. Hang on.
Hey, don't.
Hello? Yes,
we're
watching.
watching.
Listening in on this. Can you hear me?
At this point, Dr. Kuskin notes a severe echo originating from his audio receiver coming from D124.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Am I speaking to you right now? What is this?
Hey, hang up the phone. Hang up the goddamn phone!
Dr. Simon Petreko hangs up the telephone and appears confused and disoriented. On the other end of the audio receiver, D124 expresses similar confusion.
What was that? Did you hear any of that?
D124, are there any exits from the room you're currently in?
Yeah, there's a stairwell here. I can try that.
Roger. Please do.
Alright, I went down the stairs and now I am in another room. No, wait. Is it? Hey, I forgot to mention earlier, but my skin feels really strange.
What do you mean?
Sort of chalky. And when I brush my hand against my arm, it just sort of... I don't know how to describe it. It's like it stops being there for a second.
Noted. Can you describe your surroundings now?
There's the same couch as in the previous room, but there's something different about this one. Maybe the room is the wrong size? It feels a little bigger, things are more spread out.
Can you get back up the stairs?
Stairs?
The stairs you just descended down.
What stairs?
You just descended down the flight of stairs to get into this room.
No, I came through the front door. Right over here. It's weird. The door is locked now. Are you sure you can't hear that?
Can you describe the noise you're hearing?
Like, you ever listen to static?
Sure.
Sometimes you hear things in the white space, yeah? Your brain filling in the gaps. This sound is like that sound. The sound your brain makes, only without the static. It's really not very loud, but it's really noticeable. I think, let me see. There should be a door out of here somewhere. Let me look.
D124 continues to look for an exit for the following 4 hours. Despite attempts by the control group to assist D124 in leaving the room, she is unable to do so.
I am noticing something again. I know why this is all taking so long. The space in between everything is really big now. It's taking me 10 minutes now to walk from the sofa to the TV. I needed 20 to get to the kitchen.
What? Since when? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
I don't know. There's a knock at the door. Hang on. Hello? There's a man outside. He wants to know if I'm listening.
Am I?
Yeah, I am. All right. He says there's a way out. Going down through the floor. He said if I lean back enough, I'll just go there, so...
D124 does not respond for 38 minutes. Dr. Kuskin and Dr. Simon Petrako do not speak for 38 minutes.
White noise.
Are you there yet?
It's further than I thought it would be. I think I am starting to get it. Are you listening?
Are you listening?
Good. Don't stop listening. I am down below here now. See, I thought the things I was seeing was something to do with me, but they're really not. I'm not really seeing them. Yeah. This makes a lot more sense. Not to me, but maybe to you. Maybe it doesn't matter. So you know what I said earlier about listening to static? The same sort of thing is happening with my eyes now. Filling in the blanks.
What do you see?
There was a hole in the world here, and this place got pulled down into it, like a drain. People, too. I can actually see it now. The whole building, drawn into the tiny little spot, fracturing out and broken. All right, yeah. This is the response. Like a reaction. Nature doesn't abhor a vacuum, but people do. Your minds aren't made for this, right? You stare at the stars and see things, because that's what you do, making sense of it. Order is a man-made concept.
Can you describe the space you're in now?
I'm not.
What do you mean?
I'm not. You know I am not, actually. As soon as you realize it, this'll all be over.
As soon as I realize what?
You just have to look away from the screen and see the, You stop seeing the patterns. I am if you look away. You'll stop seeing me. And you'll stop hearing me. And that's what I'm hearing. That's what I've been hearing this whole time. Yes, that makes sense. Because if you blink, you lose it, and once it's gone, there's nothing again. So they try to get your attention if you lose it. They're nothing, and...
Slow down. I need you to...
No. You look away and the patterns go away. You stop listening and you don't hear them. You're nothing, and now I am. Don't you get it?
Hey everyone, it's Pacific, here with a quick ad break. Alright, that's it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
At this point, there is a minor dip in electrical systems as the on-site generator activates. Both Dr. Kuskin and Dr. Simon Petrico immediately become aware that the audio transmitter is no longer functional. Attempts to contact D124 fail. Addendum 3930.3. Interview with 3930-1-1. The following excerpt is taken from an interview log conducted with Dr. Vasilyev, a Soviet scientist who was found operating the containment procedures for SCP-3930 before the beginning of Foundation intervention. Dr. Vasilyev was eventually offered a position within the Foundation and became 3930/1/1 shortly afterwards. The interviewer is Dr. Peter Kuskin. Translation provided by Dr. Simon Petrico.
What is it?
It isn't anything. Not in any measurable sense. It's a static, uncompromised void. A space where nothing exists.
How did it get here?
We don't know. It was found, whether by someone within the state or an outside player, and we arrived first.
What do you know about it?
Know about it? What is there to know? There's nothing there. Nothing for us to measure, nothing for us to test. Things that cross its threshold disappear and cease to be. We've tried sending in soldiers with recording equipment, but they all met the same fate.
What happened to the rest of your team?
Perception is key. Everything you can test for will tell you there is an absence there, yes? But you look at it, and you still see forest and trees and even animals. Walk far enough in, and you might see a building or people. But none of it is real. By the time you see the building in whatever shape it takes, you're not real either. You have become little more than the reflection of yourself perceived by someone else's mind. This thing, this void, it is a hateful mirror. It desires you to look at it. The more who look, the more hateful it becomes.
But what about the rest of your team?
There were too many of us. Too many of us stared into the void, and it started screaming.
Screaming?
When you approach it, you'll start to hear it. So faint, it might be nothing, or less. But a noise. Something happened. Human minds have evolved to see patterns where there are none. So when cast over a space where there is nothing at all, the mind begins to create something from nothing. What you hear is something rudimentary, an almost imperceptible sentience. It is a flash along the edge of the void as our minds attempt to perceive something that isn't there. And it hates.
What do you mean it hates? Why would it hate anything? How would you know?
Because there were too many of us. Each member of our team cognizant of the void, each trying to perceive it. These flashes, these tiny screamers, eventually they began to bind together. Make no mistake, Dr. Kuskin, they are not real. They are to the neutrino what the neutrino is to us, less than nothing. But they are somehow aware of their nothingness, and they are hateful. Their existence, I believe, is torment. They hate the universe for being, they hate themselves for being, and they hate us for making them be. They are nothing but hate. Given enough time, and with enough of us trying to look into this void, something crawled out of it. Afterwards, there were 10 of us. The anomaly has been stable since.
What came out? How long have you been here?
Decades.
Why didn't you call for relief?
Once you've heard the screamer, you can't unhear it. Calling for relief would just be damning another soul.
The other day, the remainder of your scientists disappeared. Where are they?
They entered the void.
Why?
There are too many of us now. You brought 12, and there were 8 of us. There can be no more than 10. Once you have perceived the void, your mind cannot be made to forget it. There are 13 of us now. But there must be no more than 10.
You talk about this void like it's some kind of intelligent creature. How can this nothingness be something intelligent?
They are not the same thing. The void is what it is, a region of non-existence. It is unfathomable and unalterable, and we know nothing about it. But the pattern screamers are, yes, in some way, intelligent. But they are only intelligent because they are us. They are our reflection in this hateful mirror.
There's off-camera activity. Dr. Kuskin looks away. Dr. Vasiliev looks at the camera for a moment.
All right. Is there anything else?
There can be no more than 10. I will go into the void. And then 2 of your own must follow.
And if they do not?
SCP-3930 was written by DJ Cactus. Our narrator and host was John Grills. Dr. Kuskin was played by Graham Rowett. D-124 was played by Tanya Miliovic. Dr. Simon Petraku was played by The Sky Above the Port Was the Color of Television, Tuned to a Dead Channel. And Dr. Vasilev was played by Addison Peacock. Our music is all composed by the incredible Tom Rory Parsons, and I'm your showrunner and sound designer, Pacific S. Obadiah. Our producer is Tom Owen, and this is a Bloody Disgusting podcast. For more information, visit bloody-disgusting.com. I'm excited to announce a new way for you to support the SCP Archives. We've partnered with ACAST to allow fans to make a one-time donation of any amount. And when you donate, you can also leave us a message, and we'll read it on air for you. So whether you're giving a friend a happy birthday shout-out, or just want to say hi, you can find a link to donate in our show notes right now. Hey everyone, it's Pacific. A few quick things, and then this week's episode. First things first, if you're interested in getting a postcard, you have about 9 days left. Our postcard period ends on April 30th at 12 p.m. MST. So if you're interested in getting the first postcard of Season 2, you have until then to sign up. And that is for all tiers, $5 or above. If you're already a Patreon, you're included in that, or if you upgrade, you'll automatically get counted as part of that. And if you are a patron, please make sure we have your address. Postcards are arriving next week, so we are expecting to fill them out and get them all sent out by May 7th, so you should have them by May 15th or so. For our international non-US fans, give that a few extra days, as international shipping takes a little longer. And that said, we will also be taking off the release of May 5th. So obviously you have this week's episode on April 21st, next week's on April 28th, May 5th will be off, and we'll be back on May 12th. Truthfully, amidst postcards, I'm also moving, so a bit of a hectic week, and given everything else going on right now, we're just going to take a little week off so Tom and I can kind of catch up and work through that. But I might still try and put up a little post or maybe a short mini episode, but we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you guys up to date on that as we kind of figure that out. But regardless, tons and tons of cool stuff coming out. But I think that about wraps up everything I have for this week. If you're interested in talking to us, more community events, as always, those all happen on our Discord, which you can find a link for in our show notes, or by visiting scparchives.com. There we have links to our YouTube page, our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter, and, of course, our Discord. And, without further ado, I want to give a big shout out to Isaiah Thomas, Kenneth Shaughnessy, Daniel, Jacob Symes, Ross Myers, Angus Donald McDonald, Donovan, Timmy Rowland, and Xavier Apthorpe. Thanks, guys. Your contributions mean the world, and we'll have a lot of new cool stuff for our patrons coming very, very soon. If you are interested in hearing your name at the top of our show, or getting a postcard, or getting access to some bonus episodes, and a bunch of other cool stuff, find us at patreon.com/scp_pod. Or you can find us on the web by visiting scparchives.com. And now, this week's episode.
Warning. The Foundation database is classified. Unauthorized access will result in detainment. Within this archive, you'll find the procedures, descriptions, and accounts of the most notorious anomalies we've encountered to date. Secure, contain, protect.
Item number SCP-3333. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. The trapdoor leading to SCP-3333 is to remain shut and locked at all times. At least one operative is to remain posted under SCP-3333 at all times to prevent entry or exit. The door to SCP-3333 is to be examined for signs of damage daily. MTF Lambda-1, Maxwell's Demons, has been created and deployed to assist in the containment of SCP-3333. Containment Procedures Revised 2039-0402. Description: SCP-3333 is a spatial anomaly located within the Suntop Fire Outlook, located in Mount Baker, Snoqualmie National Forest, Washington State, United States of America. SCP-3333 is accessible via a ladder and trapdoor on the ceiling of the Suntop Lookout. Climbing the ladder leads up to an identical copy of the Suntop Fire Lookout. This identical copy has the identical ladder and trapdoor pair, which leads to further copies of the Suntop Lookout. The topology surrounding SCP-3333 is identical to that surrounding the Suntop Lookout. However, no plant, animal, or human life has been observed. Successive SCP-3333 iterations are higher relative to the original lookout. The stairs leading up to these SCP-3333 iterations are extended by a proportional amount to allow access to the ground. SCP-3333 was first discovered after restoration of the Suntop Lookout following volcanic activity near Mount Rainier. SCP-3333's origins are not known. No members of the Park Service involved in the restoration of the lookout were responsible for construction of the entrance to SCP-3333. At the time of discovery, the trapdoor to SCP-3333 was padlocked. In order to access SCP-3333, the trapdoor was forced open. No key has been found. Exploration 1. Mission parameters. Initial reconnaissance of SCP-3333. Personnel: D-468. Additional information: D-468 was equipped with standard-issue audiovisual exploration recorders. The exploration was supervised by Dr. Williams and a support team located in a temporary observation outpost inside the Suntop Fire Lookout.
Test, is this thing on?
Yes? Hello? Doctor?
Excellent. Please proceed into SCP-3333.
There's a brief moment of audio feedback due to the proximity between Dr. Williams and D-468. D-468 climbs up the ladder into SCP-3333.
Please report what you see.
Well, I just came from here. But, wait, it's empty.
Excellent, thank you. Please stop talking. Thank you. Please continue climbing.
D468 ascends SCP-3333 for approximately an hour.
Alright, I want to test something. D468, if you don't mind, could you try opening the door and going outside?
Okay, Doctor.
D468 opens the door. Strong wind immediately blasts into the room, throwing D468 back against the far wall and moving the furniture. D468 struggles to get across the room and eventually manages to close the door.
What was that?
It is probably best that you stay inside for now.
I see.
D468 continues to ascend SCP-3333. The wind is audible. There's no change in the interior of SCP-3333. D468 continues for approximately 3 hours. D468 takes a simple multiplication-based cognition test every 10 iterations of SCP-3333. No change from baseline detected. Several hours later, D468 rests and eats some rations. During this time, analysis of video footage shows D468 has climbed through 184 instances of SCP-3333.
Now seems like as good of a time as any. I'd like you to take that test again, D468.
All right, Doctor.
D468 self-administers the cognition test. No change from baseline detected. D468 has climbed through 184 iterations of SCP-3333, corresponding to approximately 673 meters of vertical gain. While some subtle elevation differences is observable, it is far less than expected.
Doctor?
Yes?
What is this for?
The test? Well, guess it can't hurt. It's to test how thin the air is.
How?
As the air gets thinner, your brain slows down, basically.
Am I going to die?
No. The test results are the same as they were down here. You're not going up as much as you should.
Oh. Thanks, Doctor.
No problem. Please continue climbing, D468.
D468 continues climbing for 4 more hours. The sun sets, and D468 makes camp and sleeps. The following morning, D468 continues ascending SCP-3333.
Doctor, do you see that?
What?
Over there.